What it is and what it do, and welcome to Winsport Arena as we get ready to have the SAIT Trojans welcome in the Augustana Vikings. These two teams last night, it was a deadlock. Who wanted the win? The Trojans ended up coming away with a 4-3 win in overtime. Josh with Brett, and Brett, it's the Trojans. They are sitting near the top of the league right now. It's a very tight race this year in the ACAC, and Augustana trying to get revenge for last night after coming back from a deficit and at least walking away with a point. But the Trojans looking to continue their winning ways and sweep the weekend series.
Absolutely. These two teams, they played a very hard-fought game last night. And despite their records being slightly different right now, you can tell that they're a very evenly matched team. Like you say, this entire ACAC men's hockey division, up and down, is very competitive. You don't see a lot of blowouts. Like we saw last week, Trojans beat Concordia 7-3, and then the very next night losing by that exact same score right now. So we're going to see another very hard-fought game, I think, between these two teams right now. And for the Trojans, I think the biggest key is going to be stepping up a little bit on the defensive end. Their goalie last night, Boston Bilwa, he's going to be back in goal again tonight, but he made 46 saves on 49 shots last night. He really put in the hard work to help lead the Trojans to that win last night.
Well, what I've seen from the Trojans so far, you hit it on the defensive side. I think they've been very impressive on the defensive side, but I agree with you. They got to pick it up a little bit right now. They have given up the most goals in the ACAC right now with 36. Something they really got to pick up. Augustana have just given up 26, but goals against, they've only 28. Goals for, they're 36. I'm a little getting my dyslexia hit there. But they need to do a better job of creating a few more goals this year. They do sit at the top, but get the goals rolling here. Get out to an early lead. I have found sometimes SAIT has got at these early leads and let teams seep back in a little bit.
Absolutely, and that even happened last night. The Vikings came back from 3-1 down in the third. Were able to tie that game up with 2 goals in very short succession, and were able to get back into a tie game. And for this Vikings team, shutting down this top line of the Trojans is going to be absolutely crucial for them tonight, because it was the top 2 scorers in the ACAC last night as Brandon Machado setting up Brent Trenum for that game-winning goal in overtime. And those two are leading the league in points right now, and Trenum leads the league in goals with 6.
Yeah, what a duo that's been between Trenum and Machado right now, really leading the way right now. Obviously, Machado's near the top of the league in points right now. That line together, if you're the Vikings, you're going to do everything you can to try to slow down that line, because they have been absolutely on fire, and part of the reason why the Trojans right now have the lead in goals with 36 in the ACAC. And we are getting ready for our national anthem, so we will give that its rightful due and get back and ready for the game after the national anthem. Beautiful job there by the national anthem, and now we are getting ready to get here and get going between the Vikings and the Trojans. As we mentioned in our pre-game, that these two teams highly contested yesterday, and Trojans are on a little bit of a roll right now, 6-3 in their last 10. Obviously, there's only been 10 games, but have found a good way in the last handful of games to really find their groove.
Absolutely, winners of 4 of their last 5 games here. After that back-to-back loss to the Red Deer Kings, who are currently sitting on top of the league, they have come out on fire. Back-to-back wins against Nate, split the series against the Thunder last weekend, and now with that big win last night. This team is playing with a lot of confidence, and a lot of the new faces we've seen on this team this year have really played huge factors in that.
Yeah, they have a freshman in net, but like you were saying, that hasn't stopped him from doing a good job stopping the puck.
Absolutely, and he has faced a lot of shots this year and has done a fantastic job of keeping that puck out of the net.
So SAIT will be shooting on the right side of the rink, and the Vikings on the left side, and already have a chance here on the break as Hamley shoots it right on. Open rebound, and no chance to get that one, and SAIT using that defense that Brett talked about efficiently right off the bat. It's another shot on, and SAIT now working to get that puck out, but right now the Vikings working in their zone. Someone's lost a stick, and we was reset play. So fast and furious action right there. Loose puck opportunity right there for the Vikings, and we saw a little bit of that defense you were talking about, Brett.
Yeah, good job by the Trojans to get back defensively, prevent that odd man rush, as they had a potential 2-on-1 going that way. By the way, you mentioned that broken stick. That was Mackenzie Welke. Looked like he got high stick to the face, wanted a call, didn't get it.
So it keeps with the puck in the Vikings' end right now, and off to an aggressive start. You've got to think, Brett, that you lose that game in overtime right now, and we're seeing it. They're coming out hot and aggressive to start it off.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely want to get back on the front foot tonight here on the road. This is definitely a big game for the Vikings if they want to kind of stay in the hunt there in the playoffs.
Trailing behind Nate right now. So a game right now would do wonders for them. SAIT starting to find a home here at Winsport. It'll be their home for the next 5 years, and starting to find somewhat of a groove here playing. Had an overtime win against the Ooks a few weeks ago, as Brett mentioned, so starting to find their groove. Here's a shot in front. Nice save in front by Rook.
That was Trentham looking for his league-leading 7th goal of the year.
Now another shot. Nice save there, and so good saves on both sides as both tenders staying sharp.
Yeah, the goaltender in net for the Vikings, no slouch himself. That's Rhett Rook. He's had one heck of a season of his own right now. He had 34 saves last night in that loss, but with a .921 save percentage, he's faced a lot of shots as well, and he's done a really good job for the Vikings.
Saw some good poise from him, and trying to get a shot on. Defense gets in the way. Trying to get the puck over. Storley gets it in the back, and now he'll bring it up ahead to Shorrock. Puck ahead now, and fight for it behind the net as the Trojans trying to get it out. Another shot on net. Just goes over the glove. And back and forth we go right now between these two teams fighting for position. 2 shots so far on net for the Vikings. They've been the more aggressive team so far, as the Trojans really haven't got a major offensive set just yet, but it is early. That one goes off the stick of Huber and then ripped around by Rook. And once again now, the Vikings will set up and try to get it pucked out. Puck put ahead to Schmeckel. He fights behind the net. Gets it ahead now. Puck drop there. What do we got, Brett?
Looks like it was just offside. It just went over that blue line. Trying to keep it in there was the Vikings player, but just a step behind.
So an offside call, and right now it's only been 3 minutes and you're seeing a very aggressive Vikings team.
Definitely, like I mentioned, they want to get on the front foot here tonight. They want that win back. No one likes to get swept in back-to-back nights.
No one does indeed, especially the way they work their way back. Now Miller will chase down the puck for the Trojans. The Trojans will try to bring this puck up. Been a majority of the start here in their own end. Puck goes down for an icing, and we'll do it all over again.
Last night in Camrose was something of a bit of a homecoming for some of these Trojans. Last year, Zach Cox, who scored a goal last night for the Trojans, played his hockey last season for the Vikings, as well as all 3 Welkies who played their AJHL hockey for the Camrose Kodiaks.
Fantastic for them. It's always good to get a win when you're at home away from home. And Vikings continuing their onslaught. There goes a shot on net. Easy save there in front. Trojans try to get the puck ahead. Sloppy pass ahead to Welke. Goes through his legs. And then just dip down, and SAIT will reset themselves. Sloppy pass in front. And once again, the Vikings will have it. So some sloppy play right there. Leads to an opportunity almost there. Pass in front, but the defense gets him with the way.
Yeah, Bill Waugh loves to play that puck in front of his own net, and sometimes he gets into a little bit of trouble.
And there you kind of stagger a little bit with the puck, but able to get it back. But right now the Trojans just can't get the puck out. Shot in front. Nice save in front. Shot across, and again, almost an opportunity to score as the Vikings continue to keep their pressure on. Kirk passed it right back. As the Trojans just trying to figure a way to get this puck out. It's been a majority in their zone to start off this period early on here. A little bit of a scrimmage behind the net. Puck finally dipped down a little bit. Kirk gets on it. He's going to give a little pass. Jenkins tried to get it, but then Kirk gets it back. Now Kirk leading the break, passes it off. So there's another shot on, another save. And the Trojans continue to fail to get it out as the Vikings still keep it in their zone and still trying to find a scoring opportunity. Really been pressing now for the last 5 minutes here. Trojans defense holding strong, bending but not breaking. Casey has the rock, passes it up ahead. And Jenkins had a hand on it, and back we go. Welke gets it, just throws it down to try to keep it in the Viking zone and see if the Trojans can set up a play. Puck passed ahead to Sherrock. He wasn't able to get to it. That one goes off the stick of Cox and back down around, and Rook will send it back out. Shivens had a chance on it. Cook with a big hit right there. See if that gets some motivation and gets the Trojans on the offensive attack.
Dylan Cox laying the body on a former teammate there.
Big body laying down the big hit on a former teammate like Brett was just talking about. And Trenham, he touches it. One of this offensive weapons on this Trojan squad. Trojans now have a chance. Put the shot on. Nice save by Rook. And we'll take a breather, but 4 shots on net now. Relentless attack there by the Vikings.
A little bit flat-footed from the Trojans in the early stages right now, but a little bit better on that last shift as they got that top line out of Machado and Trenham and Carrier.
You can kind of feel that hit by Cox really kind of reignited the Trojans there.
Well, we could hear the bench. They were loving it.
Absolutely. Great point there, Brett. The bench, big part of that, and to see what the Trojans do. Here's a shot, slapper on net. And not able to get it on, but the Trojans keep possession. Passes it behind. Now here's Drohan. He just throws it on net. He can't get anything to go. Fight behind the net. And now the Vikings back with possession. Nice hit in the boards. And Lamb brings it up, losing control, and he'll just dump it down as Drohan goes behind for the Trojans. Vikings continue the attack here. Throwing a shot on net, but easy save in front there. Fight behind now as Trojans just trying to dump it out. And the captain Lamb passes it back out. Both teams just testing each other out. Pass ahead to Carrier. He gets bumped off there by Schmeckel. Puck intercepted there. Gets it down to Huber. Huber finds Shivens. He's got Clark on his left. But Shivens is going to dangle the puck. Tries to get it on net. Got whacked a little bit. Let's see if the official calls anything about it. Yes.
One nice rush there from Dylan Skeeves, the toothless wonder they call him. Going through the, right through the blue line, into the zone, cut into the net. Just couldn't get that shot away. Leading the ACAC in points by a defenseman right now.
So as I was kind of alluding to, Shivens there coming up, had the nice little dangle there, getting slashed across, and the Trojans would go on the power play. Something they've been up and down on this season, Brett.
Up and down on at times, but they are still leading the ACAC in power play percentage right now. 11 for 32, 34%. Good enough for first right now in the league, while the Vikings, they've given up 12 power play goals this season. They're 64% on the season, so this is going to be a crucial part of the game today.
Crucial power play, especially with how they've been fighting. Clark tried to pass it ahead to Jenkins. Puck was intercepted. Maybe a chance for a short-handed goal, shot on. And now the Trojans are bringing it up and trying to set up their power play. Pass to Huber. He's stuck behind. Finds Strohan in the corner to Clark. And shot in front, scores! Huber puts it behind, and the Trojans make it 1-0 on the power play goal from Huber.
And we just talked about this Vikings team needing to step up on their penalty kill. And then the Trojans easily gaining the zone, and the tic-tac-toe, Drowan to Clark, down to Huber, and what a finish. And how good is it to see Mark Drowan back in the lineup for the Trojans?
Absolutely.
Only his second game of the year, already contributing on the score sheet.
He's contributed in so many plays, especially on the defensive zone when the Vikings had such an attack. And Huber, got to give credit to Clark on that too. Just a beautiful job getting in front, getting that to Huber. And Huber gets the goal for the Trojans to make it 1-0. And a little bit of a letdown there for the Vikings, Brad, as they had the momentum going for them in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Those first 7 minutes were all Vikings for the most part.
Yeah.
And the fact that they just took one penalty that they probably didn't like the call to begin with, and then it leads to a goal is really telling as Clark enters the zone.
Here's Clark again. Puck just whipped across there, and Trojans maybe looking for more. Gets a shot on in front. Bouncing puck, and nice save in front by Rook. And Trojans now have all their momentum back. And they'll fight for another opportunity right here. Nice job by Welke. He gets it in front, and Rook again standing tall. So Welke facing, taking a nice shot there, and Rook getting on top of that after letting the goal down. No confidence left in that guy. He has all of it.
And we've seen just like that, the ice seems to have tilted towards this Vikings goal here. What a shift, though, from Carson Welke. Only 2 points in his first 5 games. You know he hasn't had the offensive output that he wants, but he's been getting stuff done on both ends of the ice, and love to see that good offensive effort from him there.
And Trojans will go back on the power play now. We saw some of that rough stuff behind, and once again, another power play opportunity. Just scored the Huber goal on the power play, and the Trojans will be at it again. So Shivs gets it in the corner there. Trojans looking for that second goal. Trenham finds in front. Carrier almost had the one-timer shot there. Now Lamb leading a break. He's got Mans with him. And the Trojans are able to knock that away as Carrier has it. Another big hit there by Cox. Now leading a break for the Trojans. Here they come up. Finds Cox. Cox on net. Shoots. Goes over. And 1:25 left in the power play.
Want to give some extra love to Brandon Machado on that shift. We've talked about how he's leading the ACAC in goals, but on a possible shorthanded break the other way, Machado, he put the wheels on, and he was able to get back into defensive position and prevent that odd man rush.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity there, and we'll see if we can get more here as Huber now will take the face-off for the Trojans. Here's Clark, who set up the last power play goal. Here's Jenkins, pass it down low, gets it in front, and it'll go back to Drouin. Cross to cut to Clark. He shoots on net. Good job by the defense. Shot in front. Oh! Wide open look there. Can't get it to go. Another shot. And puck will go back to Clark. Minute left now in the power play for the Trojans. And Kirk getting into it down low with Huber. Exchanging a few bumps between the two of them. And we'll see how the officials handle this.
It's going to be a 4-on-4 here, as I think Huber's getting the only penalty on this one. It looks like it's going to be a cross-checking. Yeah. Yeah,
I think there was a stoppage in play, and if he just would have let it go, then fine, but got that little bit of a cross-check in there, so the Vikings will get, about a minute
and 5 seconds here of power play time.
Left when they get a power play, so 4-on-4 hockey for now, and Vikings will try to take an opportunity of this, having 4-on-4 hockey and then maybe a power play. We'll see. Trojans have other ideas. Puck's passed ahead. Try to get to Casey there, and he gets his hands on it. Machado handling the puck, leader in ACAC points. Back behind here, and to Stroley. Casey bumped him off. But Stroley's able to get it. Oh, Stroley was looking to get the puck there and wasn't able to get it. Now here is Machado. Shoots it in front. Tried to string a pass, but wasn't able to get it to go. And now we have a 2-on-3. And Vikings will reset, just throw it in the back there and see if they can get something to go. Here come the Trojans now on the attack. Sheaves almost loses it, but keeps it alive and just passes it back. So now the Vikings will have about a minute left on their power play and see if they can tie this game up, as we're halfway through the first period of play. Huber on the goal right now in the power play. Kirk's able to get it out after a little scrimmage down low there with Welke, and the two of them were fighting for it. Pass in front to Welke, can't control it. And Welke to Welke there, and nothing going to happen. Fight in the corner. And another power play coming up here. Just wait to see what it is. I think it might be roughing or boarding, one of the two. Either way, Augustana's heading to the backs as Jake Gobetson will head to the box. I believe that's his second penalty of the game.
Yeah, Welke's not going to be very happy about taking that one. I mean, we could hear him from here when the referee put his arm up.
Oh, it's Welke, okay.
His question for the referee was pretty simple. We can't hit.
Yeah.
30 seconds of 5-on-3 though here. Good opportunity for the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings had all the momentum at the start, so let's see if they can get something. Roach at the top. Roach gets it back, passes it across to Gobetson. Trying to look for it down low. Try to sneak it there. Nice job defensively, getting in front. Now we have a race for the puck now. Jenkins and Roach trying to chase it down. Jenkins is able to get to it. And then he's met by a copious amount of Vikings. He's all by himself right now. And then he gets rocked down. And that'll lead to a minor break now, but they were able to get rid of the 5-on-3. Puck dipped to Lamb. He gets it in front. Nice save there. A little bit of a fight for the puck in front now, and Mans gets his hand on it. Once again, the Trojans have it. 2-on-2 opportunity right here. Pass down. Loses the opportunity there. And I think we're going to have a slashing call again. We've had a few of those slashing calls here as the penalties are starting to mount up right now, Brett.
Yeah, both teams playing a little bit, I don't want to say sloppy right now, but a little
aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah. Yes. Aggressive's the right word right now, but
tension's high. Yep. Played 6 periods plus a shootout yesterday, so.
Exactly, but you got to love the Trojans penalty kill there, especially Dylan Skeeves. Like, how fast is that guy right now, able to get all the way down there and win that one down 2 men?
Absolutely. Puck back. Whipped around. And Trojans will take it back into their zone. Got some 4-on-4 hockey here for about 35 more seconds. Minute half ice there. Hamley tried to tip out the pass, just loses an opportunity there and just fanned on it. And now Storley and the Vikings will take it back in their zone and try to reset up again. He has Hamley with him on the right. Phillips behind him. Collision down low. That one goes across, and power play about to be killed. So the Trojans now will go back on and have a minute here on a power play. Welke on the right corner. Machado shoots it. And they just whip that right down and kill some more time in this Trojans power play.
Key shot block there from Lane Kirk. Machado had a wide open lane right in the middle.
And that's a puck that's a stick and a shooter that you don't want to deal with. Here's Cox behind the net. 30 seconds left now. Here's Machado. He's been looking for scoring opportunities. Carrier gets it back to Machado. Trojans trying to find another power play goal here. Down to Sheaves. Carrier at the top. Machado, 15 seconds now in the power play. Sheaves shoots it on net. Collision in front. Nothing going to happen. 10 seconds left in the power play. See if the Trojans get one more opportunity here before it's killed. Sheaves has it. It's in the corner. They're going to have to try to get something. And they're not able to get something there. Looked like they were trying to get it in front there to Machado, Brett, and weren't able to connect.
Yeah, they were really trying to work that puck around, looking for that perfect pass, just like they did on that first goal. But the Vikings have adjusted on their penalty kill.
Great job there by the penalty kill for the Vikings. So after giving up that first one, and you got to give credit to Brett to Rook, who has been doing a fantastic job. He gave up that first goal, but 7 saves so far.
Yeah, he's had a good first period so far. You know, he's faced some really good opportunities right from the top of the slot, and he's had to be sharp.
So now the Trojans lead a break here. Try to drop that pass off, and Welke will get it back. Try to get it again. He's got Jenkins ahead of him, but they pass it up ahead. Trojans now. Good defense inside by Stroley, knocking that puck away. Big hit down there, and it gets the puck back. Now chase down for the puck, but no Vikings there to help out, so the Trojans regain the puck, pass the puck ahead. Welke tried to go for a slapper, goes off a shin, and coming to 5 minutes left here in the first. Looking for Huber, who has the goal, the lone goal so far. And we're going to have an icing call. And 5 minutes left here, Brett, and fast and furious action. Shots are 8-6 right now. Lone goal by Huber for the Trojans right now. And opportunities for both sides. Vikings started off this so great. And then a power play goal by the Trojans.
Yeah, and I like what I've seen from SAIT on that defensive end. You know, they gave up 49 shots last night, still came away with the win, but they've clearly adjusted. Only 6 shots so far, 15 minutes into this one.
Defense playing such a huge factor on both sides. Roach, nice shot right on, but standing like a wall right now is the keeper. Now here comes another opportunity. Huber got to chase it down. He's got it. Nice move in front. They can't get it on net though, but Clark gets it back. Another hit in the boards there. And Sidaway passes it ahead. And Trojans, after playing a majority of the start of this, the first 7 minutes or so, like Brett was talking about, have now really handled it in their zone. Phillips now has it in front, try to get it to Gorison, but no good there, and tight defense from the Trojans again. Here's Clark bringing the puck up. Saw him get an assist already. Shot on, goes over. Not able to get it. Sidaway try to get it. And puck goes back down as Trojans will reset and give it right to Clark. Clark tried to whip a pass across. Can't get it. Kirk off the boards. 3:45 left here. Sidaway fighting for that puck. Trojans right now just playing keep away for the most part. They get it to Miller. Miller passes it. Shot on. Scores! Second goal of the game. And the SAIT Trojans lead 2-0. On the goal, I believe, is by Dylan Williamson. Yes, it is, on a beautiful assist by Miller.
And look how much the bench absolutely loves to see Willie get on the scoreboard. Absolute rocket of a shot, bar down. Another former Camrose Kodiak, and you love to see it. And you know, the team loves it too.
Can we talk about too, Brett, how both the goals for the Trojans so far have been beautiful assists?
Oh, absolutely. This team has really done a great job this season of moving the puck around.
Yeah.
Inside the blue line, and they have worked as such a good unit, and there's a big reason why they're 6-3 right now in the air.
Crowded in front of the net there, but able to gobble it up. Yeah, Miller right there, much like the Clark pass, just a beautiful diamond. And then Williamson hitting that corner so perfectly and puts the Trojans up 2-0. And if you would have watched the first 7 minutes of this game, you wouldn't have thought that, because the Vikings were playing angry, they were playing aggressive, they were playing like a team that lost last night and wanted to come back, and now they trail by 2.
Yeah, a bit of an uphill battle to climb for them once again, as they found themselves down 2-0 last night and 3-1. But this Vikings team showed last night and all season that you can't really count them out.
Absolutely. So fighting to find their way back. Right now they try to maybe want to get one goal here to go into the second period, as Trojans right now lead 2-0. Huber and Williamson with the goals so far for the Trojans. And Siemens passes it ahead. Sheaves trying to get to the puck there. Not able to get to it. Williamson tracks it down. Back to head to Welke, and not able to land on his stick, and we'll do it all over again. 2:34 left, shots 9-8.
Big reason for this Trojans defensive stand and why they played so well tonight has been big number 2, Chase Felgiris, the former Humboldt Bronco. I mean, we've seen him body guys off the puck all night and not give up anything really in front of their own net.
So intercepted there. Welke, nice move by Welke. Can he get it in front of the net? No, he can't, but beautiful job there trying to get in front. Showed some beautiful deking there, but not able to make much of it, unfortunately. Puck goes down, and Trojans have it in their zone. Lamb tried to throw a pass in front, and not going to meet anyone but a Trojan. So 2 minutes now left in this first. The Trojans lead 2-0. Fight for the puck now. Jenkins trying to get in control of it, and he does come out with it. Pass it back to Welke. He's got Cox in front. Cox trying to get a shot on. Can't get it. Fight for the puck inside, and able to get out as Phillips tries to pass it ahead, and Duran now has it. Jenkins ahead. Try to get it to Cox. Cox wasn't able to get to it, and Kirk now brings it up for the Vikings. Trying to get it in front once again. Cox has it behind the net. He's able to get it out. And now Cox leading the break now for the Trojans. He just dumps it as him and some other Trojans shift as we have 1 minute left here in the first. And icing gonna go down with 51 seconds left. 2-0 for the SAIT Trojans.
A key face-off coming up here for the Vikings right now. The Trojans bringing out their top line. They're going to go all out, looking to give them another goal before the end of the period, and winning the face-off for the Vikings is going to be crucial here to try and prevent that.
So we'll see what goes on in this face-off. As Brett said, crucial face-off in their own zone as well. And a fight for the puck. And they're able to get it out. Try to get it ahead. There's Carrier. Carrier once again to Sheaves. Nice move there as Machado tried to get it ahead to his line mate that have had plenty of connections this year. Sheaves throws the puck in head, pouncing puck there. Nothing going to happen. 15 seconds left. The puck goes down. Casey trying to chase it down to avoid the icing, which he does. Carrier passes it in front, and that will end a wild first period that saw the Vikings really attack in the first 7 minutes, then a copious amount of power plays and penalties on both sides. The Trojans took advantage of that, and we end the first period with goals by Huber and Williamson, and the Trojans lead 2-0, Brett.
Yeah, bending and not breaking in those early minutes, and then getting that spark where they've been getting that spark most of the season, and that's with the extra man. Really making a good use of that power play, able to put a goal away really quite easily, it seemed, for them. Really well-worked tic-tac-toe play, and then just getting that secondary scoring from the Trojans with Williamson, and that's big for them too, as they've been getting a lot of their scoring from that top line this year, the Trojans.
Yes, they have. So after one, the Trojans lead 2-0. You're watching ACAC TV. SAIT Trojans lead 2-0. Welcome back to Winsport Arena, and welcome on ACAC TV. Brett and Josh ready to get you going here for the second period between the Trojans and the Vikings, and the Trojans start off with a puck there midway. Trojans got the scoring started on the power play as Huber knocked in his first, and then Williamson knocked in the second goal. And then we had a little bit of a delay, Brett, as we're at Winsport, big tournament going on here today. Zamboni took a little bit of time to get here, but we're back ready to go for the second period of action.
Absolutely. We'll see if the extra few minutes between periods is going to affect one of these teams going on, either one way or the other. But both teams appear to be ready to go here to start the second.
Shot throwing down there, and we'll reset. Copious amount of interesting drama, shall we will, at the end of that first there, as Vikings are having some trouble getting into their locker room. Finally able to get into the locker room, so I'm sure they welcome the little bit of extra time that the Zamboni took to come out.
Yeah, you know, I can say I've been there before. It's always frustrating when you can't figure out who's got the key to the locker room.
Yeah. And obviously the Vikings are looking to do what they did yesterday, as Brett mentioned in the first period. Trailed yesterday, Brett, and then were able to work their way back and force overtime.
Yeah, this Vikings team, you know, they'll get down, but they're never out. And, you know, they came back from 2-0 down and 3-1 down. It was almost 3-0 right there.
It almost was 3-0 right there, as Brett applied to. Fight behind the net right now. Trojans came out hot in this one, leading 2-0. Again, goals by Huber and Williamson. And there's Casey on the left. I'll sit back and try to get that puck down low. And really, since that 7-minute fury, Brett, we haven't seen the Vikings really have much of an offensive threat here. It's Carrier passing to Machado across. Almost bounces in there, and that top line combo showing why they are the top. Is Machado now fighting for the puck behind the net. Gets it to Casey. Puck whipped around. Gets it back. Loses control of it, so Casey will get it back and try to work things back together for the Trojans. Trenham throws it down, and Trojans will have a quick line change.
Yeah, Trojans able to withstand that early storm there of the Vikings, and you know, doing what they've done all year, and that's when they get a power play, and that's making it count.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 1 for 3 so far in the power play. We have a broken stick, by the way, on the right side near the key. Near Rook, so see if that gets cleaned up shortly here. Ripley knocks that down. Fight behind now the Trojans' nets. Casey was fighting for it. And have a stoppage here, and obviously get that. Got a power play coming up right now, and
yeah, it looks like it's going to be Falgiris heading to the box for the Trojans. One of their better penalty killers. So we'll look to see who steps up. Looks like it's going to be Moore, and Sheaves covering the point here for the Trojans.
4 minutes major, too. And Falgiris, that's a big name to lose here because he played such an important factor in the first period for the Trojans.
Absolutely. He's one of the absolute defensive rocks for this team. And like I said, he's one of their best penalty killers, and now a double minor for what I believe was a high sticking call.
So what are you looking for the Trojans here on this penalty kill?
I'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on this PK. 4 minutes is a long time to try and kill if you're kind of just holding your rank and just allowing the Vikings to kind of move the puck around.
Lamb try to get a hand on it. Welke has that down, and now here come the attack. Come the Vikings, looking to get their first goal here and have a whole lot of power play for the opportunity to do it. And puck whip right back down to their direction. Rook gets on it, gets it ahead to Lamb. And once again, the Trojans, consecutive now 3 times, have done a job of just getting that puck out of there.
Yeah, anytime I get to see the Welke twins playing on the penalty kill together, it's always a lot of fun. They love to be aggressive, like I said, and it's really paid off in the first minute of this power play.
We always had an opportunity for a Welke situation, but Sudam passes it back and gets it right back himself. He's in the corner now, and Vikings finally able to set their power play up. Shot in front there, scores! Off the rebound and put in, and the Vikes get on the board for their first goal of the evening. And that will be Owen Lamb that gets it in there, and he had been fighting all evening, and power play goal comes through for the Vikings. 2 minutes still to go, so an opportunity to tie this up still.
Yeah, Vikings getting one back on their own power play, and it is their captain, Owen Lamb, getting it done for them like he's been doing his entire career as a Viking.
So Lamb scores the power play goal and makes it 2-1. And Gotch passes it ahead there. Phillips had some room there to try to go and get the puck. They wasn't able to get it. Roach gets it down. Shot in front there, not able to get it. 1:30 left here on the power play. And Vikings, like we talked about, fought their way back yesterday and looking to do it one more time today. Now the Trojans get it out. Sidaway has the puck. He's got Miller with him. Miller has an assist. Sidaway shot on net. Not able to get it past Rook. And now back in the attack of the Vikings after maybe looking to almost give away a shorthanded goal. And I think we may have a hooking penalty, Brett.
Yeah, it's going to be Sidaway. Looks like it's going to be a slash, actually.
Slash,
but
okay.
Really got to be frustrating for Sidaway, who had that brilliant shorthanded opportunity only maybe 20 seconds earlier, and then coming back, trying to get back defensively. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3. And something that was an issue for this Trojans team last year was taking penalties. And hopefully they're not falling back into a bit of that routine again this year. But
you gotta hope not.
That's been a few penalties now in this game for the Trojans, and another 5-on-3 chance, second of the game for the Vikings.
This one a little bit longer, I think, than the last one. So a minute there, and chance to get it on net here. 5-on-3 power play. About a minute left into it. Give and go right now. Hands the puck back out to Roach. He shoots it on net. And then the Trojans just whip it down. So waste at least 15 seconds there. And what you want for the Trojans there. And even get a quick line change as well.
Yeah, good to get some fresh bodies out there.
Looking for Lamb. Now finds Roach. Gets the puck back. Lamb's in front. Shot on by Roach. Nice defensive stop there by Casey. Sacrificing his body. Puck back around. Roach has it. Try to get into the corner there. Try to get the cross pass. 15 seconds now left in the 5-on-3 advantage. Shot in front there, but knocked away by the defense. Short time left in the 5-on-3. Gets in front, scores! And they've tied the game. The captain knocking it in, and it is 2-2 on 2 power play goals for the Vikings.
And it's Owen Lamb once again, and just doing what any good captain does, and that's being a leader right now, and he's single-handedly gotten his team back into this game. 2 power play goals in the space of only a couple minutes.
What a job there by Lamb. 2 power play goals by him. Just like that, we are tied up, and Brett, they still have 50 seconds left here to take the lead now.
Yeah, the penalty kill has been very strong for the Trojans as well, only giving up 8 power play goals, but that's 2 now in just back-to-back minutes.
So Lamb leading by example right now, and it's tied this game up. We talked about how aggressive they were in the first 7 minutes of the first period. Well, they came right back in the first 7 minutes of this period and now have tied this game all up. And 20 seconds now left, and they'll try to figure out if they can get one more in here. That going down, I don't know if they'll have that opportunity. Fight for the puck right now. Has another chance. And I believe we're going to have another penalty coming up here. And this will put now the Trojans onto the power play.
Kobe Walter going there, number 96. And now it's going to be the Trojans who are going to have almost a full 2 minutes to try and regain that lead, as both teams kind of struggling to stay out of the box right now in this second period.
Both teams struggling. The Trojans will have the face-off in the Viking zone as well. So Sheaves gets to the top, And right away, Sidaway comes on the ice. And he's going to go right to the box and switch off, and that'll bring Cox on. So you get the big body of Cox. Sheaves throws it right in front of the net there, and Rook getting a glove save and bringing that one in tight.
Good work by Rook there to locate that puck. You know, the Trojans not able to get any bodies in front. I want to go back a couple minutes earlier when it was Keegan Casey diving, laying out the body with that huge shot block. The native of Hammonds Plain, Nova Scotia. Probably the best hockey player in the world for Hammonds Plain, not named Brad Marchand.
Absolutely great point there, Brett. And so the Trojans now will have the full opportunity, and that shot just thrown in front by Sheaves, almost tipped there. And the Trojans trying to get back their lead. They led 2-0 in this game. Sheaves now dips it off to Machado. Cox in the corner. Machado passes it behind the net. Passes down to Trittenham. Gets it out. Tight D right now. Sheaves trying to get it on net. Trying to find some room. Good defense by the Vikings. Here's Trittenham. He just threw it across there. Coming to about a minute left here in the power play. Pass behind to Machado. Machado gets it back to Sheaves. He throws it on net. Not fully glove saved there by Rook. So the Trojans able to keep it in their zone. No, it just goes by and leads to a quick line change for the Vikings. And the Trojans are going to try to catch them on it. Passed ahead to Machado. Scores! And the Trojans take back the lead on a power play goal by Machado as the Trojans catch the Vikings off guard on an errant line change from the Vikings, Brent.
And that's going to be, all the credit there goes to Dylan Skeeves. Recognizing that as he gains center ice, able to recognize the line change, the long line change too, by the way, in the second period. Able to gain the zone, use his speed, open up that line. And this time it's Trentham setting up Machado. And that's a huge, huge goal for the Trojans.
Machado continues to lead the way in the league and upped his points this year now and gives the Trojans a go-ahead goal. And Ripley was looking to get in front there and get a shot. And how many times this year has Machado been able to do that for the Trojans, Brett?
I mean, he's done it constantly for this team. The funny thing is, though, he's leading the league with 15 points. That's only his third goal of the year. Yeah. He's been the one usually feeding his teammates, but this time it's Trentham repaying him for all the goals he's helped him set up for.
You wouldn't believe it there because that was an absolute snipe of a shot right there for him. So we've had 3 goals, and we haven't even hit the halfway point yet. You can tell these two teams are anxious as they were waiting in their locker rooms. Casey now has it behind the nets as the Trojans look to reset as George has the puck. Trying to get it out in front. Vikings stonewall in front of the net there, and 3-2 right now, so fast and furious action here in the last 4 minutes or so, and a little bit of tough stuff going in front of the nets.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
The officials breaking it up.
And, you know, both these teams average almost 4 goals a game each this season, so you knew it was going to be high scoring. And on the second night of a back-to-back, you know, with the travel involved, you can see that these teams are starting to really get to know each other a little bit better. And it's been a little bit choppy at times, but also the offensive skill from both teams has been fantastic.
And as we mentioned too at the very beginning too, Brett, that the Trojans, you know, they lead the ACAC in goals, so not short in that category. Really finding their way this year. Here's Huber. He passed it back to Clark. Those two came together on the first goal of the game, and not able to get something going there. We have a lost stick again. Sidaway's the one that loses his stick, and he gets it back. So beware of the stick down there in the middle. Collision halfway in the middle there, and puck ahead now to Phillips. Casey trying to chase it down and caught up with him. Simons throws it in front. Try to get it across there and wasn't able to connect. And they'll just reset. That stick in the middle is going to cause problems. It's all over the place right now. And finally they kind of bump into the corner, but almost tripping over there at one point.
We got another penalty coming up here, Josh.
Yeah. Sidaway again, I believe.
It's going to be a charge, and it's, yeah, you're right. It's going to be Sidaway. Second penalty of the period now for the big center.
So another power play opportunity now for the Vikings on another Sidaway penalty. And see if they can tie this game up. Shots are very, very even right now, 14-13. And the Vikings have 2 power play goals today. And they were able to get them back in this game. And Rook has it. Passed it ahead. Almost, well, he did get a hand on it there. So Trojans will take this right now as it's time ticking off at the clock. Wasted a good 20 seconds there. Hamley spins around. Mans has to get it back, and Vikings haven't been able to set up their power play just yet, and they'll wait a little bit longer as that one just thrown down by Moore. And here comes Lamb, looking for a hat trick. Has the 2 power play goals for them so far. Sudam throws it on nets. Can't get it to go, and Hamley now fighting for it down low. Mans gives it back. Tries to get it in front there. Under a minute now left here in this power play. Hamley waits. Nice shot on net. Fight for the puck in front. Loose puck. Where is it? Trojans have it. And it's Machado. He has it with Trenham. They have a chance for a 2-on-1. We talked about his assist. This just scores! Takes it by himself. Short-handed goal for Machado. And the Trojans now lead 4-2.
And the special teams continues to play such a big factor in this game. This time it's a short-handed goal. And Brandon Machado recognizing the play there, scramble in front of the Trojans net. Below us doing an amazing job to keep that puck up, scrambling, and Machado just recognizing. I'm sure the Vikings assumed he was going to go pass on that one on the 2-on-1, just keeps, fires, and what a brilliant shot from Machado, picking up his second of the night, doubling his total on the season.
Tremendous job right there, and you know, again, kind of just catching on an error there of puck comes in front there, and Machado showcasing his speed, and 2 times now, these last 2 goals that have put the Trojans back up in a 2-goal lead, it's by taking advantage of Vikings' errors.
Yeah, absolutely. The Vikings, you really can't even blame them too much on that. They've been successful on the power play when they collapse down low, but this time it was the Trojans were able to, you know, keep that puck out of the net, and then were able to just get that good 2-on-1. But we've got something coming up here.
I believe it's delay of game penalty is what they're going to call here. So it's a delay of game penalty. So the Trojans will stay on the penalty kill. So they can't get away from that. They do lead 4-2, but a delay of the game penalty, and Trojans will have to deal with a 5-on-3 here for about 8 seconds, and Vikings have opportunities to stay in this game because the Trojans are letting them in with some of these undisciplined penalties.
Yeah, the Trojans really got to try to find a way to stay out of the box in the second half of this game. You know, Coach Drader's not happy about it. He's worked really hard this season to try and limit the amount of penalties this team takes, and they've done a great job of it this season, but I think the frustration's growing between these 2 teams right now on the second half of this back-to-back.
I think you're absolutely right, Brett. So a very short 5-on-3 and see if they can take advantage of it really quickly here. That'll be their 3rd 5-on-3. Obviously not too much time on it, so back on now a normal 5-on-4 power play as Sidaway comes out of the box. It bangs off him as they were trying to clear the puck. And it still does go down, so Trojans will have a chance to get Sidaway out and make some line changes here and get ready to go on the penalty kill again after just coming off of Machado getting his 2nd goal of the period and putting the Trojans up. So that one just knocked down. 1:20 left here. Something to keep an eye on too. After Machado got that last goal, I saw Roach coming down a little bit, little uneasy, lost his blocker. Careless pass in front there as Jenkins had control of it, still does, trying to get it out, and now it's Lamb. And some funny stuff going now between Jenkins and Sudom, and he's going to be the one that goes to the box.
Yeah, Sudom's, he doesn't like the call, but it definitely looks like he hooked him.
So just like that, the power play goes away for the Vikings. And the Trojans will have about a minute or so power play their own right. Actually, maybe 56 seconds when we're done 4-on-4 hockey here. So Trojans, another penalty kill there. It's 4 goals here in the second. And see what's more to come as Vikings trying to get back in this game. As Mans has the puck, drops it down, whips it across. Back down to Mans. He's got Simons in front, and Siemens trying to create some space. Pass it back. A nice collision there at the boards. Trojans having trouble getting it out right now. And the former Bronco does, and he gets it down to Clark. Clark passes it ahead. Miller. Trojans wanted a penalty. Nothing's going to happen there. Ref's going to keep it going. And Drouin and knocks that puck. And
I think they did get the penalty, Josh.
Did they? Okay, yeah.
It looks like we're going to have another penalty coming.
You can definitely see some frustration seeping in now for the Vikings. What do you got for us, Brett?
It's going to be stallery. It looks like it was going to be a trip on the play. You know, maybe just the late start time tonight. Maybe these two teams are just a little bit grumpy because it's past their bedtimes, because this has been a lot of penalties in this one.
Yeah, it's been a lot of penalties, and Trojans now will have a 5-on-3. For a decent amount of time, actually. For about a minute, the Trojans will have a 5-on-3, so we'll see what they're able to do with it.
This is the 4th 5-on-3 of the game already. First one for the Trojans. Machado on that hat-trick goal, potentially.
Drouin gets it back to Machado. Brett just mentioned he's on the ice. Passed across to the hand to Drouin. Back to Machado. He's going to take his time. Passes it ahead. Back to Trenham. Machado has the stick there to Drouin. Try to get it to Machado. Ricochets the wrong way. Machado taking his time. Dips it off to Trenham. Finds Machado. Try to get some room in front. Can't get it to go. 20 seconds left here in the 5-on-3. Carrier passes it over. Shot wild in front. Cox tried to get it in, but it doesn't go in. Unbelievable stop there by Rook, as it looked like Cox had one in there, and not going to go down, as we'll have 12 seconds left here in the 5-on-3. Everyone's heart collectively stopped there.
Rhett Rook clearly showing he can still go in this game. He's whatever he was shaken up with earlier, he seems to be fine, as he denies his former teammate. Zach Cox right on the goal line, scrambling goaltending. I love it.
You don't get many closer than that one, and Cox was very close. So Welke will be taking the face-off, and he wins it. Sheaves gets it back. Mere seconds left here in the 5-on-3. Shot in front. Nice job by Rook. 4 seconds left here in the 5-on-3.
Looks like the net came off the pegs there.
5:18 left here in the second period, and 2 goals by Lamb for the Vikings to tie this one up, and then Machado came back with a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, and that's where we are now in a 4-2 game.
Yeah, it's still 54 seconds of power play time. If the Vikings can find a way to win this faceoff and clear this puck out of the zone, that's going to be big for them.
We don't have the stats in front of us, Brett, but I'd love to know how much even strength hockey we've played here in the second. It hasn't been a lot. And Sudom comes back on and immediately goes and gets out. So now we'll have some 5-on-4 hockey for a bit here and see if the Trojans can up their lead. Pass ahead to Clark. Clark dishes it off, try to get in front. Oh, puck almost trickles in again. Sheaves fanned on a shot there was Welke. Welke now holding the puck. Captain of the Trojans. Doesn't like what he sees, circles back and gives it down to Clark. 18 seconds left here in the power play. Passed across. Here's a shot on, a nice save by Rook. Almost a loose puck there, but stays on it, and my goodness, Brett. Rook has came within inches now of making this game get a little bit out of control. The Trojans potentially could have this game be 6-2 right now, but that puck just does not want to go past the line.
Unbelievable, and Rook getting some help from his defenseman as well, too. I think that was Tanner Mans with the clearance off the line on that one. If the Vikings can kill off this next 10 seconds and get back to 5-on-5, that is going to be such a huge confidence boost for them.
Huge confidence boost, and hopefully the Vikings are hoping to get one more goal at least before we head into the third period. 4-2 right now. Big 10 seconds here, and after the net has been loose for the last few times, the officials are just trying to make sure they can get it tightened up here and make sure it doesn't fall off again. Obviously, looked like beforehand Rook had a few words with the officials, just kind of let them know, my net's been a little loose, like, have a good look at it.
Well, you know, like I said, it's almost 10 o'clock here at Winsport, and there's been games going on all day, so this ice has been through the ringer today.
Yeah, it has.
So not surprising to see that the Nets are having a little bit of an issue.
So coming for the face-off now, Welke. And now penalty looks to be killed. The Trojans still have possession. Miller gets it across. So even strength now for the first time since I can remember.
Yeah, since at least the first couple minutes in the period.
So 4:20 now, 4-2, shots on net. Trojans lead 19-16 are the shots on net.
I think win or lose tonight, I think the team, this Vikings team is going to owe dinner to Rhett Rook for the way he's been keeping their team in this one in the second.
Has he ever? Rook just taking a little bit of a breath. You know, it says he takes 19 shots. It feels like so much more for him in this one. And Vikings to see if they can get that puck out. Lamb had a hand on it and was able to keep it out and passed ahead there. Vikings only goal so far on the power play. Trying to get a little bit more. Williamson, who has a goal. Trying to pass it ahead. Miller fighting for it. He had an assist on that Williamson goal. Big hit by Williamson. And now Ripley has the puck. He gets slammed there by Miller, and these two teams aren't keeping away from the physical stuff despite being in the box for a majority of the game. Welke tried to pass it ahead there to Miller. Miller does get it, but just whips it across the boards. And
Vikings lucky to not get too many men there.
That was that close. Shot in front. Just missing there, and something they were going to regret is that was an open net opportunity for them.
Kozluk missed an absolute sitter there, Josh.
He absolutely did. The net was all his. Kirk gets it in front now, and sit away, fighting, getting the puck. He's got Huber with him. Huber has a power play goal in this one, trying to get some room in front of the net, and guess what? That net comes off again.
And then we're going to have yet another penalty call. It looked like Huber was tripped up on the play.
Let's see what the official's call is, if it's a tripping or if it's a hook.
Zach Huber, the second-year player, with a goal on the night.
The
native of Purdue, Saskatchewan. Population 336.
Wow.
Shout out to Purdue.
Need more of those stats. So slashing penalty, and that'll put the Trojans pretty much for the rest of this period, other than the final minutes, unless they score, back on the power play here, trying to get that 3-goal lead. Big fight for the puck there, and Trojans get it ahead. Here's Cox. He's had a few scoring opportunities. Machado, he's looking for his third. Trenham handles it down low to Carrier. Back down to Cox. Back out to Shivs. Shivs handles it. Gets it behind to Trenham. Get it across. Cox just bounces it back. Trenham goes around. Cox gets it. Trojans can't get anything to go. Puck gets knocked down over the ice. Quick line change, and last time there was a line change, they caught him off guard. Here's Carrier. Passes it down to Trentham, gets it in front. Was looking for Cox. Just breezes by Cox. Mini break here now for the Vikings. Just throws a shot on net. You never know what's going to happen. Nothing does there. Trentham now. Pass it ahead to Machado. Machado loses the puck. Puck goes down, and 45 seconds now left on the power play.
Second power play unit here going to come out for the Trojans. Mackenzie Welke, Braden Jenkins out there, and Huber.
And Clark, who has been one of the assist kings on the power play for the Trojans this season. Passed ahead there. No one really knew where the puck was going, so gobbled up there by Rook, and 23 seconds left in the power play.
While we got a second, I want to give a special shout out to SAIT cross-country runner McKenna Fitzgerald, winning her second national title in a row earlier today in Medicine Hat.
SAIT has had a fantastic history on the track, obviously, a long time ago. Matthew Travellini winning multiple SAIT Athletes of the Year, so SAIT no stranger when it comes to track and field, and big congratulations there, of course. So 11 seconds left here in the penalty. Trojans will have to work quick here, but looks like another potential penalty kill by the Vikes, and it is. And we're at even straight hockey now, and we have a minute left here in the second. This game's been going back and forth. Clark tried to get a hand on it and not able to. There's Welke, and are we going to have another penalty? Yes,
looks like Huber's going to go. I think he cross-checked him from behind.
Because we can't have more than 30 seconds without a penalty. It's the rules.
I'm going to have to go down to our PA announcer, Christian, in between periods, and because I can't keep track of all the penalties. I got to see what the power play stats are.
I mean, the life of a PA, man, he has definitely got his work done in this one.
Oh, looks like we're going to be 4-on-4, actually. I think it looks like Kirk is going as well, as they had some choice words for each other as they were going to the box.
Some stuff going inside here. So we'll have 4-on-4 here for the last 48 of the second period of play. Face off. Try to pass that across there. And now back ahead. Miller tried to get a hand on it for the Trojans. And now here come the Vikings. Passed ahead. Fight for the puck. Sit away, looks like had it. And Vikings now have control back here. 20 seconds left here in the second. Vikings just want to get out of this period without a blemish. Ripley passes it ahead. Beanish. Three seconds, 2 seconds. Miller gets a hit there, and that will be the end of the second period of play. What a wild one. The Vikings come and tie it up on 2 power play goals from Lamb, but then a power play goal and a shorthanded goal from Machado, and the Trojans regain their 2-goal lead and lead 4-2, Brett.
Yeah, a big response from the Trojans after giving up those 2 power play goals, which is something that they really wanted to, avoid doing, was giving the Vikings a golden opportunity to get back into the game. They did give them that, but then they responded almost immediately, and they're being led by the league's leading goal scorer in Brandon Machado, doubling his goal scoring now to 4 in the year, bringing himself up to 16 points on the season. Like, he's having an unbelievable game. This is only their 10th game of the season. Unbelievable game right now. Trojans will look to close it out and sweep the weekend series. They lead 4-2. For Brett, I'm Josh. You're watching ACAC TV. We'll take you to the second intermission.
welcome back to Winsport Arena. You're watching ACAC TV. It is 4-2 between the SAIT Trojans and the Augustana Vikings. Josh and Brett. Wow. Penalties, and penalties.
Yeah, I think you almost said the exact amount too. 10 penalties called in that second period, including a double minor. So
we realistically, because we were trying to calculate it, had about 2 or so minutes of full strength hockey.
Yeah, it was not a lot. It was the special teams got an extra bit of a workout in that second period, and every single goal came with one team on the man advantage, including one shorthanded.
And we talked about getting a goal with full time right there, and you just throw the puck in front of the net, and sometimes you get lucky, and that's what happened right there with Brandon Gungard as he gets it on the shot on the net right there, and absolutely scored. Maybe it could have been tipped, I believe, actually, but nonetheless, Brett, it's 4-3.
Yeah, I think it went off the body of Jack Hamley, who deflected that one past below us. So an early lifeline for the Vikings, who are looking to get back into this one after being down 2 goals in last night's game and this one. See if they can come back again.
Well, you get a goal in the first 30 seconds of the game, of the period, excuse me. That's going to help you out a lot. And we were talking about having full strength opportunities, and right there, get one. And sometimes you just got to put a shot in front of the net, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. Never hurts to get bodies in front and just throw the puck towards the net, and good things happen. So, and you love that for the Vikings, getting one early and cutting the lead in half with still a full period to go here.
So it was already going to be a tense period in the first place with the 2-goal lead, but now it's a 1-goal lead, and Machado comes ahead, passes it, and puck knocked away.
Watch out.
Man advantage, 3-on-2 hockey coming up here. Backhander, no good. And they're going to get it back out. Sharrock was looking for it at the top, and he finally does get it. Pass there, shot on net, off the stick, Abios. Passed it around. Need down there and pass back. Vikings trying to get in the attack. Shivs falls down trying to knock it away. Another shot just goes on. Roach going to come over. Throws a slapper. Goes left wide. Welke gets on top of it now and gets it to Casey. And a little bit of miscommunication there as Welke loses it and the Vikings control it. Vikings furious right now trying to tie this game up. Already have the early goal. 30 seconds in, and Trojans finally get it and get it knocked out, and we'll have a quick line change with some players there. Then they get a shot on net of their own. Behind the net, try to get it in front there to Miller, and Flagaris, the former Bronco, has it. He floats it up in the corner. 5-4 across, Miller has it. He tried to get a shot already, he has an assist this evening. Bouncing puck. Flagaris gets it. Now Williamson, he has a goal, trying to get in front to Flagaris and try to get a tip on it, and brought in there by Rook, and we'll take a face-off in a crazy 3 or so minutes to start us off, Brett.
Yeah, love the response from the Vikings in this third period, coming out really on a mission to try and cut into this lead, and they did so immediately, but as you can tell, they're still down 1. They know it, and they came out firing and had some good opportunities to maybe try and tie this one up, but Trojans stand strong.
Absolutely right. Clark throws a shot on net right off the face-off, and again, that's going to be brought in, make the shots 22-20. Shots have been very close. The score right now is mirroring what the score was last night, 4-3.
Good reaction there by Rook. I don't know if he saw that one coming right away from Clark, as he kind of he hid that shot well.
Absolutely, he did. And off the face-off again is Flagaris. Gets it down low, fight for the puck behind the net. Try to get it out in front, and they do. Shot on. Once again, a nice save by Rook. Flagaris again. He's not letting that puck out, Brett.
Love what I'm seeing from Chase Flagaris.
Flagaris gets it again. Crosses it. Shot bounces. Now Lamb brings it up, passes it ahead. Off the stick of Mans, and Siemens passes it back. Vikings looking to bring it up. Sidaway gets it. Storley passes it ahead to Mans. So Vikings trying to get it over. Trojans haven't let them just yet. Pass to hit. Here's Cox. He's been looking for a goal this game. He had one that just bounced out. Clark keeps it in. Keeps it. Shoots it. And we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, nice job by Kirk to get his stick in the lane there and not give Clark a shot. But that is one great shift there from Dylan Clark. He's had a great game, and he continues to just be all over the ice, especially in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Kirk has done a good job defensively today for the Vikings. It's a good job knocking it away right there. Officials having a little bit of a console, and we'll get here the face-off. We've had 4 minutes played here in the third. Holloway got the period started with a goal about 26 seconds in. And probably the longest we've had even strength hockey for a while.
I think so. It's been 4 straight minutes here to start this third period with no one on a power play. So that's
a miracle. Puck ahead now to Cox. Like I said, he was looking for one. Pass it ahead. Shot in front. Nice save by Rook again. Rook standing tall right now, getting blistered in front. And again, a fantastic save there by Rook to keep this a 1-goal game.
Yeah, the stats they're not gonna look too favorable for Rhett Rook, but he's faced a lot of tough shots tonight, and he's had to make some big saves. And like you had said earlier in the second, this game could have easily been 5-6-2 at one point in the second, but some big saves right off the line have kept them in this game.
Yeah, a few bouncing pucks on him, and right there, a beautiful opportunity in front, and able to get that one knocked away. Storley knocks it out as he keeps on fighting for the puck right now, and Cox able to come back up with it, controlling it, try to pass it along the boards there. It goes by Shivs, and now here comes Ripley. He's been looking for a goal all evening and fighting tough along the boards right now. Puck across, and they'll reset. 4-3 right now. Now the Trojans have it. Here's Cox, shoots it, goes high, and another face-off coming.
Trojans really trying to take over this third period once again, as they're really trying to slow down the pace of this game and try to keep that puck deep in the Viking zone and really try to kill that momentum.
Yeah, they're trying to kill that momentum. You can feel that, and that's a great point there, Brett, because you could feel the Vikings kind of had that momentum after getting that goal so early in, and the Trojans looking to kind of get their padded lead right back. Here's Carrier, Machado, and Shivs. This is one of their best lines that you see for the Trojans. Shivs just throws a shot on net, and Storley will pick it up. Vikings really haven't had many chances, and we're going to have another penalty coming here. So didn't last much long on even straight hockey. Went about 5 minutes. Here's Shivs. Going around the net. Gets hit big, and that will lead to an upcoming Trojans power play.
Good job by the Trojans there on that play to draw the hook. And trying to see who's going to the box there. I think that's 11, Jack Hamley, the guy who scored the third goal earlier. So
for hooking.
Now the Trojans going to get an opportunity to try and get that insurance goal back on the board.
Trojans scored 4 goals last night. Trying to make it 5 tonight. Trenham, who's been looking for one. Dekes it in front, finds Cox. Now Cox hands it back to Trenham, now gives it to Shivs. Machado, who's looking for his third goal. Trenham now passes it back to Cox. He stands behind the net. Gets it hit to Machado. Machado just throws it over to Trenham. In the corner to Cox, and Cox couldn't handle it. So he'll bring it back out. 1:25 left here in the power play. Cox gets his stick back on it. And Cross there as Shivs comes back and gets the puck. Here's Shivs now, trying to find some room. He gets it across and picked up there by Rook.
Really like what I'm seeing from this Vikings penalty kill. They've been doing a good job of just like holding their form, and even though the possession there has been there for the Trojans, they haven't really been able to get any solid chances on goal.
We've seen that really in the last few penalty kills too for the Vikings, Brad, is they've been able to really stand still and let Shivs or whoever be patient, do what you want to do, but we're not going to let you break what we have. Lamb brings the puck up. We already have one short-handed goal by the Trojans, and coming out of the net there and making that not happen as Lamb already has 2 goals, maybe to make it a third one here. 51 seconds now left in the power play. Puck dumped down, and Mans will chase after it. Puck whipped across, and Jenkins will pick it up. 30 seconds now, just a little bit over for the Trojans, trying to set something up here, try to get that insurance goal. Here's Clark.
Just offside.
Just offside. And so 29 seconds now, and great PK by the Vikings.
Yeah, good response. You know, they've done a good job ever since that shorthanded goal of really buckling down on defense, and they've been able to just hang around in this one, and there's still 13 minutes to go here and plenty of time for this Vikings team to try and tie this one up again.
So passed ahead there. Welke passed it down to Williamson. He already has a goal this game. Welke gets hit off there, and 10 seconds now left in the power play. Doesn't look like the Trojans are going to get another opportunity, and another good job penalty killing by the Vikings. Trojans going to lead it up here, though. Try to see what they can do here with a minor set of numbers really quickly. Shot in front! And good job there defensively, getting in front of it. Now here's Phillips. Nice move around, but can't fully deke by the defender. 12 minutes left here in the third. 1 goal lead by the Trojans. Hamley got us started here, and bad drop of the puck there as passes across and tipped and knocked around. Looking like Tyler Zegras for a second there.
Puck played with a high stick there, so we're going to have an offensive zone faceoff for the Vikings coming up. As we've seen a much more composed third period from both teams.
Absolutely. The Trojans, you don't want to exactly play prevent hockey, and they definitely haven't came out and done that. We've seen that a few times this year when they've came out and played that. Here's Trendenham. Machado dealing around, gets it back to Sheaves. It's in the corner. Fight for the puck, and it'll go back to Sheaves, and he'll control it. Look at the patience by Sheaves, just lifts it up there. Carrier trying to knock away the puck there, and fight for it now as Kolzak passes it ahead. Fight behind the net, guy to get it in front. Here's a slapper, and now is going to lead for the Trojans to have an opportunity here. Here's Trendenham, throws the backhand, but Rook gets on top of that one, and 10:57 left. Trojans lead 4-3.
Shot still favoring the Trojans here. 25-20. It feels like the Vikings haven't put a shot on goal here in a few minutes now.
Really haven't. Trendenham really didn't have too much room there, and just kind of threw that backhand as Flagaris just throws that away. Fight behind the net now. Trojans have been controlling the pace as we're about to hit the halfway point here in the 40 seconds of this third. Roach passes it ahead to Ripley, and he can't control his Trojans are all over it. Flagaris pass it back, and Trojans trying to get back on the attack again. Aaron pass there and goes back to Rook. He passes across the boards, and Flagaris gets in a hit there with Sharrock. 10-11 left here. You're watching ACAC hockey on ACAC TV. SAIT Trojans leading 4-3.
Still plenty of time for both teams here, but I know that if you are the Trojans, they'd love to get an insurance one here and try to get that lead back up to 2. They've been much better this season holding on to leads, but I know last season that was a big issue for them, was third period leads.
Absolutely, and that's one thing you want to try to avoid, as Brett was alluding to, is getting that lead to stay. This game did go to overtime yesterday. The Trojans don't want that to happen. I'm sure the Vikings want to get back in this game and walk away with more than just an overtime loss points. Puck fought around right now. And we are halfway through now, Brett, the third period of play.
Yeah, and SAIT's done a really good job of just slowing down the pace of this game and really controlling possession and just not giving Augustana anything good towards goal.
100%. It's been a lot of fights for the Trojans in their own zone. Ever since that first initial goal, we haven't seen a lot of fight in the initial zone for the Vikings. As you said, it's been a second since we've really seen the Vikings get a real scoring opportunity or shot in their own net. Pass across there, and nothing going to come out of Cox, just whips it back, and Kirk will try to fight for it now and gets it off. Another fight for the puck down there as Welke was getting for it. Tight game right now, and you can feel it here at Winsport. Phillips dumps it, and go back. Here's Jenkins. Staying patient, try to cross it there to Miller, and Miller has to come back. He just dumps it off, and Trojans will have a quick line change. Phillips has it now for Augustana. Gets it up to Lamb. Good defense there. Knocking it away as Lamb was trying to get his third goal and tie this game up. Miller now. Comes out the puck, can't get anything to go. Welke gets it. Flagaris. He just shoots a shot on as Williamson comes back for it. Moore has it. Passed it down low. Williamson fights for it. Off Flagaris, and the puck goes down. Passed ahead by Stroley. Mann's trying to go for it. And now Welke holding it. Trenham try to get it ahead there, and no do there as Machado gives it back to Sheaves. And I was talking about, will the Trojans play a little bit of prevention hockey? I don't know if they will, but it almost seems a little bit right now. They're playing a little bit of prevention hockey right now, Brett.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, they're definitely doing a good job of on the forecheck. They're only sending one guy on that forecheck. They're kind of bunching up the middle of the ice right now, and they're really trying to make it very difficult for Augustana to get through as Carrier takes a big spill behind the net. Yeah,
they're still staying aggressive offensively, but doing a job of trying to not let any attack happen. And here's a shot on, getting good defense there and knocking them down. So Trojans staying very, very structured defensively right now, Brett.
Absolutely. They're doing, like I've been saying all period, they've done a good job ever since that goal of really making life difficult for the Vikings on offense here. And this third period has just been flying by with only the one penalty.
When's the point when you do the pull? Because you're getting to that point now here. That's going to be the question for the Vikings as Schubert passes it ahead. Here's Clark. Shot on and glove saved by Rook. But yes, when is the time that you're looking? It's 6:21 right now left here in the third. When do you do the pull?
Well, if it stays like this, I would probably say somewhere around that minute and a half to go time. But obviously, you gotta wait till you get that possession of the puck, get it deep into the Trojan zone. But I mean, we'll see if they can go the next 5 minutes without a goal and see if we get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. If the Trojans score, it could be a lot sooner.
Absolutely.
Vikings don't want that, though. Trying to get ahead here, trying to get the game-tying goal. They've already done it once today. It tied this game up. Trying to do it again. Right now, the game-winning goal would go to Machado as a shorthanded goal if everything stands as is. Fight for the puck now. Vikings just trying to set up a scoring opportunity. They've been stuck on 20 shots for a while here, and now brought ahead. Here's Stidaway to Huber. Huber passes it ahead, trying to get it to Clark. Clark reaches out for it. He'll handle the puck, pass it back ahead. Moore whips it on net. Loose puck. Nothing going there. And once again, now the Vikings set up behind the net, trying to get it ahead, trying to get a scoring opportunity. Try to whip it ahead there and fight for the puck. Looks like Phillips down there. But the Trojans staying aggressive on the boards. Puck tipped back. Under 5 minutes now left here in this third period. Trojans lead by 1.
Lane Kirk looked a little bit shaken up as he left the ice for the Vikings. Took a shot from Huber there in front of the net.
Shot in front. Scores! A little bit delayed there from all of us as Cooks, though, gets the goal there. And it's 5-3 as Cox has been looking for that goal all game, and he finally gets it.
Zach Cox's league-leading 7th goal of the year off of a great play by the captain, Mackenzie Welke, putting on the Jets to beat out the icing call, winning that puck, and then centering it for Cox. What a goal here with under 5 to go.
What a goal. One of the oddest goals you're going to see is the official was like waiting to go. I was waiting to go. Everyone was. And now it's 5-3, so now you definitely got to keep an eye on when Rook will be going now. And 4:25 left here.
I mean, I don't want to pump my own tires, but I saw it go in right away.
Oh, you did. I was just not sure of it because I thought the whistle was going from the icing there. And nonetheless, the goal does count, and it's 5-3, and now pressure time for the Vikings. Ahead, Welke tries to go around. Williamson passes it down to Welke. Schmackel. And we've played, after all those penalties, Brett, we've stayed very clean in this one.
Yeah, both teams really buckling down and trying to stay out of the box in the third. And outside of that one penalty by the Vikings, which they killed off, it's been pretty clean. Carrier now with a chance.
Carrier with a chance. Nice move. Kirk knocks him off, so I'm assuming Kirk is pretty good with that defensive stand right there.
He's one of their key defenders, so it's crucial they got him back in.
Big hit there by Trendenham. 3 minutes now left in the third. Trojans lead 5-3. Druhan passes in front. Oh, and tried the classic Machado to Trendenham right there, but wasn't able to get it. Then passed ahead there, and now a race for the puck. Here's Phillips. He's all by himself. Sees daylight. Shoots. Nice save. Beautiful game-defining save right there in front of the net with Phillips having the breakaway, and now the goalie goes. Shot on net again. Fight in front. 6-on-5 right now. So the goalie is empty, and we had 2:25. Roach has it at the top. Whipped on there. Fight for it and have a face-off.
Oh, sweet Caroline, what a stop by Boston below us on the breakaway. A crucial denial on Phillips there to keep this one a 2-goal game.
That was huge, and it's kind of poetic, too. As soon as Phillips unfortunately misses that opportunity on the breakaway, that's as soon as when they pull the goalie. So 2:18 right now. Trojans have been looking for that 3-goal lead all game, and we're going to have a timeout right now for the Vikings as they're going to be looking for it. So Cox gets the insurance goal for the Trojans on a very close icing call, but nonetheless he gets it. And that goal, Brett, right now paying so dividends right now because there's a little ease if you're the Trojans right now after Cox's goal.
Absolutely, and what a goal there from the former Viking, coming back and really trying to put the dagger into Augustana here late in the third. League leading 7th of the season. Dylan Cox has been such a huge pickup for this Trojans team this season.
And he has been fighting for one. He had that one earlier that just trickled out, so obviously wanted to get back on that one. And 2:18 left. You got all the time in the world still. If you are the Vikings, we saw them score 2 goals really in 2 minutes when they tied this game up before, so having to do it again. Fight for the puck. Trojans have possession. Clark has it and tips it away. And it'll be Roach playing with it behind the net. 2 minutes left here in the third. Vikings trying to get back in. Send this game to overtime like we had yesterday. Roach just throws one on net. It worked before. Why not try it again? Now stuck behind the nets. 1:40 left now. Puck topped ahead. Mans, he shoots it. Bobble, brought down. Backed out to Benshi. Give and go right now. Roach throws a shot on, goes wide. Shivs, shot's not going to go anywhere. Roach is going to get on top of it. 1:15 now left in the third. Off the glass. Once again, Roach. Done a good job of keeping that puck in, but not putting the puck into the net. Puck goes down, and Ripley will chase after it, and we have hit 1 minute remaining here in the third period of play.
Trojans have been solid defensively this last minute.
Icing call.
That's a back-breaking call for the Vikings. We're going to have to put the goalie back in.
And coach isn't happy about that. So Rook will have to head back into nets. So coach isn't happy with the officials about that call.
I mean, I think both coaches after this game are not going to be overly happy with the officials, with the amount of penalties called on both teams. But now for the Vikings, this has become even more of an uphill battle. They got to find a way to get the puck all the way down the other end of the ice and find 2 goals here in under a minute.
50 seconds left here, and Vikings just want to try to get that puck out and try to get the goalie pulled. So Rook will make his beeline for the bench. So he goes off. And time is really ticking, and magic's going to have to happen now for the Vikes. Keeping that puck in. 30 seconds now remaining here in the third. Tipped off, and now they have a chance here. They can give it ahead to Cox. No, goes in by himself, scores! And the Trojans make it 6-3 and are going to walk away, Brett, with a big win and a sweep of the weekend series.
That's going to make it 5 in their last 6 games now, 7 wins on the season. And I mean, that is going to be so huge for them going forward in this season, still sitting in those top 2 spots. And if you finish the season in the top 2, you get a bye into the second round of the playoffs.
I believe that was Jenkins getting the goal there, keeping it to himself. So the clock's going to wind down here, and as you mentioned, Brett, huge win for the Trojans, really finding their stride as the season has continued and finding their stride right here at Winsport Arena.
Absolutely. You didn't know how they were going to react to playing in a new building this year and kind of struggling to make it home. But I mean, after a rough back-to-back loss against the Red Deer Kings earlier in the season, it has been pretty much all looking upwards for this Trojans team. And they're getting offensive contributions from all 4 lines, from the defense. Even the goalie, Boston Belois, got an assist today on that shorty.
Yes, he did. So the men of Troy walk away with another W. They win 6-3. Game-winning goal will be by Machado on a short-handed goal. And the Trojans sweep the weekend series against Augustana. Now we wait to see our players of the game.
Owen Lamb, no surprise there for
Lamb.
the Vikings, the captain, getting 2 goals on the game.
Yeah. And Walke getting the player of the game. 4 assists for him in this game, and tremendous job by him. Lamb getting it for the Vikes, but at the end of the day, huge game by the Trojans, and really showing a lot of adversity in this one, of giving up that lead and coming right back, never really relenting, and played really solid hockey in that third period.
Absolutely. You know, they came out 30 seconds in giving up a goal, which really gave the Vikings a lot of confidence heading into this third, and you knew that they had a good chance to get back into it, but the Trojans buckled down and really stepped up their game defensively, stayed out of the box, and just did a fantastic job of just shutting things down in the third. And then Zach Cox with the dagger under 5 minutes to go, crushing his former team there and getting that 5th goal and the absolute dagger. And
well, thank you for tuning in to ACAC TV. Thank you to all the Augustana fans for watching us in this game. Unfortunate result for the Vikings, but a solid squad that they have going forward the rest of this season. For Brett, I'm Josh. Thank you for watching the ACAC Network and Trojans Productions. Thank you to producer Rob, and until next time, folks, cheers and enjoy the games, people.